Good morning, Bitcoiners. Welcome to the channel Bitcoin for Mere Mortals, the channel where we're going to talk about Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, technology, and the future. Bitcoin for Mere Mortals is also a book available at Amazon. Right, let's have a look at the markets. Well, what's going on today? Well, not a lot is going on. Yesterday, Bitcoin went up about 3%. It got to near 51,000. Now it's back down to 48, almost 49,000. Market is pretty much flat for Bitcoin, for Ethereum, and for most of the others. So we are in an interim time in which the bears and the bulls are fighting, but they have reached an equilibrium. And what's going to happen? Well, we'll see. It's very hard to tell nowadays. It is possible that we see a dip before the recovery. It is possible, but you never know. December, traditionally December has been a good month, but this year November and December has not been as good as before, like other years. The good thing is that this is an opportunity to stack more satoshis, to buy a little bit more and DCA your way into Bitcoin. If the market was going up all the time, it would be more difficult. It would be more expensive every week. It would be more expensive to buy Bitcoin. Right now, that is stable and is going up and down. Is giving you more opportunities to stack more Bitcoin. Okay, so that's a good thing in the long run. Even though we like to see going up. This is an explanation from James from Invest Answers, another really good YouTuber. I recommend. What happened yesterday? Bitcoin was 50,000 and then it went down suddenly to 48 to 49,000. This is because the whales, they sell between 2,000 and 5,000 Bitcoins in a very short time in a very short time. And you can see here in the volume why they did it. No, you can see that they actually went down on purpose to get to this level, because they could see a lot of leverage. There was a loan leverage at around this 48,000, 49,000, and they wanted to force these limit orders to sell. When they force them to sell, they can buy at a lower price. So this is more or less what's happening. The price is being manipulated. It's not really manipulation, because everybody is free. In a free market, everybody can do whatever they want. They can sell when they want, they can buy when they want, and this is the only thing that's happening in Bitcoin. In Wall Street is a different kind of manipulation. It's manipulation that happens behind closed doors. They do deals, they release products, they tell there are people, there are inside information. There is all sorts of deals. Here everything is transparent, and the only way to manipulate is that you have a lot of Bitcoins and you decide to sell or you decide to buy, to momentarily put the price up or down. And this is what's happening now, but eventually the bulls will push the price up, because the demand keeps growing. And Bloomberg is giving some advice now to Americans, because America is now an inflationary country. Who would have said? Huh? So they're saying that Argentinians are experts on dealing with inflation. They've been dealing with 20 to 50% inflation for years and years, so they know how to deal with it. And they could be very good advisors for Americans. And I think I know what they do, because I've been in Buenos Aires many times. And first thing they do is they spend their salary as quick as possible. They buy shoes, television, computers, food, whatever, straight away as soon as they get their salary, because the next week or next month the purchasing power is gonna go down. That's the first thing. And the second, they sell their pesos and buy a better currency. They want to buy a more stable currency. They buy euros, they buy dollars, they buy pounds, English pound, British pounds, or even yens. They buy anything that they can get from tourists. When I was walking down the Florida Avenue, there were lots of people there offering to buy my euros or my pounds or my dollars, and they give you a really good rate. But the reason for that is because they didn't want to keep money in. They didn't want to keep savings in the bank first, because the banks are not trustworthy there, and they didn't want to keep it in pesos, obviously. So the good tip that we can take for Argentinians is spend your money in useful things, in things that you need, and also in hard assets, and the rest exchange it for something better. And what's something better? Well, Bitcoin, obviously. Another thing that we related to inflation is here is the Express, and a newspaper, and a British newspaper is saying that Bitcoin is rising 164% in a year, and the US dollar is going down. So the US dollar is no longer safe. With inflation, you need to escape from the US dollar and put your money somewhere else. Well, nothing is rising like Bitcoin. Yeah, you could argue there's other cryptocurrencies are rising even faster, like Solana, Ethereum, and all that. But the risk you will be taking is much higher. Ethereum is 189%. Binance is almost 2,000%. Solana is 10,000%, but you will be taking a lot more risk. So be careful with that. Also, Paraguay is thinking about adopting Bitcoin as legal tender. I mean, this is bound to happen eventually. I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet. But after El Salvador has done it, and it's going very well for them. What's the reason not to do it in Paraguay, Honduras, Nicaragua, Brazil, Argentina, Venezuela, Cuba? Why not? I mean, what do they have to lose? They have a very weak currency, and they have the chance to use a neutral currency that is transparent, immutable, permissionless, and censorship resistant. And this is perfect for the people and perfect for the country. They will get rid of inflation once and for all by using Bitcoin, and it's about to happen, and I'll be very, very surprised if it doesn't happen in at least 4 or 5 countries in 2022. Here we got an explanation of I know that we've seen Bitcoin going down in value. When you see this graph going down, you say, oh my god, Bitcoin is going down, that's terrible. But if you zoom out and look at the bigger picture, you will see this. Is it really going down? Is it really going down? Well, it's not going down at all. It's actually going up by a lot. Look at that. Yeah, it's going down this tiny bit here, but what about all this? This is clearly an asset that is the asset that has seen the biggest appreciation in history and the fastest. So there you go. And today I want to tell you about mindset. When I speak to people, I still can see that most of us, well, not me really, but because I've been in this for years, but most people still think in fiat, and this is a mistake. If you think in fiat, you are not getting the full value of Bitcoin. Most people are investing in Bitcoin and thinking, well, I'm going to buy Bitcoin now, I will sell it at when it reach 100,000 or 500,000 or 1 million, I will sell it, and then I will enjoy that million and be happy forever. That's the wrong way to look at it. I will never sell my Bitcoin to buy dollars or to buy euros. That would be stupid. Why? Because you should never sell, and this is a tip that I've heard from wealthy people. You should never sell something unless what you get is better than what you sold, basically. So you don't sell gold to buy cheap crap from made of plastic. You don't buy you don't sell a Mercedes. You don't sell a Ferrari to buy a Citroen. You have to always keep in mind that you wanna go up in value and not down in value. So selling Bitcoin to buy dollars is a mistake. You're selling an asset that goes up 200% a year to buy an asset that goes down 20% a year. That's very bad maths. Even if it gets to 1 million, even if it gets to 10 million, you should not sell your Bitcoin. But then you will say, oh, but if I need money, I need money. I mean, yeah, of course, if you need money, you need money. But first, Bitcoin is there is thousands and thousands of places where you can spend your Bitcoin without exchanging it first for fiat, online and offline. And the number of vendors that are offering this option is growing and growing. But even though we are not there yet, that doesn't mean that you have to sell. Let's say that you have 1 Bitcoin. Why would you sell it now for 50,000 and keep the 50,000 in the bank just in case you need the money to buy some holidays in the future or some car or whatever? That doesn't make no sense. If what you want to buy doesn't offer you the option to pay in Bitcoin, you exchange just the amount that you need for that, and then you pay in fiat. Or even better, you find another place where they accept Bitcoin. Or even better, you borrow again your Bitcoin and leverage your position, and then with that borrowing, you can spend the money, and then you can have the car and the Bitcoin, both. There are many ways to do it, but the main thing here, the main barrier, is not an economical. It's not monetary barrier. It's not something. It's not a financial barrier. The main barrier is mentality. Is the mindset. You have to stop thinking in fiat. We've been brought up in a fiat system, but the fiat system is collapsing, and the sooner you start thinking in Bitcoin, the better, because 1 Bitcoin is 1 Bitcoin. I know we live in the fiat world, and still we need to know that 1 Bitcoin is $50,000 and this and that, but really, when you have gold, when you have property, when you have Bitcoin, you have something valuable by itself. You don't need to change it for fiat. So you need to exchange it for an inflationary currency that keeps being debased every year. So that's something to keep in mind. Just try to change your mindset slightly, and to think in a longer term. Otherwise, you'll be doing like when the first engine cars were invented, they put horses in front of them because they could not change their mindset. They could not. Oh no, it's not safe. It's not gonna go fast enough. It's not gonna run for long enough. It's gonna break down. So for a short while, they kept putting horses in front of the car. This is the equivalent. I mean, the car is the Bitcoin, and the horses are the dollars. If you put dollars in front of your Bitcoin, you are making a big mistake. You had to get rid of this because this is useless. This is a legacy thinking. This is old mentality. The car at the beginning was not very reliable. It was noisy. It broke down a lot, but it doesn't matter because in the end it's a superior form of transport, and Bitcoin is a superior form of money, and you don't need to rely in the fiat system anymore. You can live outside the fiat system if you really want, and most people, a lot of people have been doing that for years. So it is possible, and the biggest barrier is your mentality. And the last thing of the day, I'm gonna show you this. Today Bitcoin is at 50,000 and nobody wants to buy. Soon it will be at 75,000 and a lot of people will want to buy. So keep that in mind, and remember, don't FOMO in, but don't let fear stop you either. So buy now is better. Buying at 75 would be great, but buying at 50 is even better. So this is all I got for today. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe, the notification bell, comment and share. Thank you very much, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye now.